Many of us are fascinated when we watch old school boxers train. The grit, focus, and dedication that these fighters possessed was truly special. Old school boxers relied on intense training routines that focused on building strength, endurance, and technique. Many people see the highlights from champions like Muhammad Ali, but don't realize the years of commitment, sacrifice, and dedication world champion boxers put into their craft. Some of the best training we see in modern boxing training today stems from how we saw old school boxers like Sugar Ray Robinson, Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Leonard, and many more train. Here are some key elements of how old school boxers typically train. Road work. Old school boxers placed a heavy emphasis on road work as a foundational aspect of their training regimen. Road work typically involved running several miles each day, often in the early morning. This practice served multiple purposes, including it helped to build stamina and endurance, which is crucial for sustaining energy throughout the rounds of a boxing match. It aided in weight control and helped boxers stay within their desired weight class. Running long distances regularly helped in developing mental resilience and was very important for enduring the demands of a fight. It also provided a form of low impact, consistent conditioning for the leg muscles, enhancing both strength and agility. Old school boxers often ran on various terrains, including roads, trails, or even on the beach. They might run at different paces, mixing in sprints with steady state runs to stimulate the varied intensity of a fight. Road work wasn't just about the physical benefits, it was also a time for mental focus and reflection, as many fighters use this time to mentally prepare for upcoming matches. Shadowboxing. Old school boxers consider shadowboxing an essential component of their training routine. They use it for a variety of purposes. Shadowboxing allowed boxers to work on their form, technique, and movement without the resistance of an opponent. They can focus on perfecting their punches, footwork, head movement, and defensive maneuvers. It provided a platform for mental rehearsal. Boxers visualized their opponents and simulated different fight scenarios, practicing specific combinations or defensive tactics they planned to use during a fight. Shadowboxing served as a form of cardiovascular exercise. By maintaining a high tempo and intensity during sessions, boxers could improve their endurance and stamina. It helped in developing rhythm and timing, which is very crucial for all aspects of boxing. Boxers would work on their timing for counters, slips, and weaving, enhancing their ability to react swiftly in a fight. Practicing shadowboxing demanded concentration. It allowed boxers to develop mental focus and discipline, which was crucial for maintaining composure during the intensity of a bout. Old school boxers often incorporated shadowboxing into their daily routines, sometimes before or after another training sessions. They would perform rounds of shadowboxing, imagining an opponent in front of them and executing various combinations and movements with precision and speed. Many fighters considered it not just a physical exercise, but a mental and strategic practice essential for success in the ring. Heavy bag training. Old school boxers used heavy bag training extensively as a fundamental part of their workout routine. And here's how they typically approached it. Heavy bag training was used to develop punching power, technique, and precision. Boxers practiced various combinations, focusing on delivering punches with proper form and power. Working a heavy bag was a high intensity workout that also helped improve endurance and conditioning. Boxers would often do multiple rounds on the bag, simulating the intensity of a fight while simultaneously building their stamina. They utilized a heavy bag to work on footwork, moving around the bag, cutting angles, and practicing positioning relative to an opponent. It wasn't just about offense. Old school boxers would also use the heavy bag to practice defensive maneuvers. They'd work on slips, rolls, blocks, and counters, enhancing their ability to evade incoming punches and respond effectively. Heavy bag training required concentration and mental focus. Boxers would visualize opponents while striking the bag, incorporating strategy and practicing maintaining composure during intense moments. Striking a heavy bag continuously also helped in building upper body and core strength. The resistance provided by the bag added an element of strength training to their routine. Old school boxers often included heavy bag sessions several times a week in their training routine, customizing workouts to focus on specific aspects of their boxing skill set. The heavy bag served as a versatile tool, allowing fighters to improve technique, endurance, power, and mental fortitude. Sparring. Old school boxers valued sparring tremendously as it simulated real fight scenarios, honed their skills, and prepared them both mentally and physically for actual bouts. Here's how they typically approached sparring. They sparred often. While sparring was competitive, it was also controlled to ensure the safety of the boxers. Coaches and trainers supervised sessions, emphasizing technique and skill development over pure aggression. Boxers often review sparring sessions to identify areas for improvement. They use these sessions as learning experiences, working on weaknesses and building on strengths. Strength and conditioning. Old school boxers focused on a mix of traditional and functional strength and conditioning methods to enhance their physical abilities for boxing. Here's how they typically approached it. They incorporated body weight exercises like push-ups, pull-ups, dips, and core exercises to build functional strength, stability, and endurance. High-intensity circuit workouts were common, combining various exercises in quick successions to simulate the demands of a fight. These circuits often included a mix of strength and cardio exercises. Running, as mentioned earlier in road work, was a key part of their conditioning routine. They varied their running routines, incorporating sprints, hill runs, and long distance runs for cardiovascular endurance. Old school boxers also focused on core strengthening exercises because strong core muscles were crucial for stability and generating power in punches. Old school boxers didn't have the access to modern equipment and technology like we do nowadays, so their training often relied on fundamental exercises and functional movements tailored specifically for boxing. Their approach aimed at developing overall athleticism, strength, endurance, and agility while ensuring that each aspect complemented their performance inside the ring. Mental preparation. Old school boxers understood the significance of mental preparation in boxing. Their mental approach was as crucial as their physical training. They recognized that boxing was as much a mental battle as a physical one. Their mental preparation was a combination of visualization, confidence building, focus, adaptability, and a deep understanding of their opponent's strengths and weaknesses. This mental fortitude often proved to be a significant factor in their success inside the ring. That's going to conclude today's video on the training of old school boxers. If you enjoyed this video, I would be grateful if you gave it a thumbs up and shared it with a family member and or friend. Please comment below on any future boxing content you would like to see, and I will catch y'all in the next video.